Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. I know so much about you pathetic boys out there because at one time in my life I was pathetic. I would fall in love. I would move in with my girlfriend. I would be devastated when my girlfriend seemed to be getting distracted, or if I found out she was flirting with other people, or in a couple of cases when my girlfriend or wife just kind of wandered off and got nailed by somebody else. I would weep. I would get angry. I've kicked people out, kicked them out. Then did a little drunk dialing after that. Ever do the drunk dial? Kick them out. Sitting there by yourself. Feeling sorry for yourself. You have a few drinks. Alcohol's a depressant, boys. Really not a good idea to get drunk when you're depressed. When you're sad. Drinking is the worst thing you can do. I'm telling you from experience. I love to party like anybody, but if I'm sad or depressed, that's the last thing I do nowadays. But there was a time when it was the first thing I would do. The hell it is! I'd start drinking. And then after I'd had enough to drink, I would sit there feeling sorry for myself, feeling lonely. I know you're boys out there. I know that you boys who are in this position are hearing me right now. I'm speaking right to you. And there you'd be sitting there late at night. You ever go through that little thing? We talked about this with the long-distance relationships, but you get on that telephone, and you start dialing, 8 o'clock. Ring, 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 no answer. Voicemail, 9 o'clock. No answer. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, no answer. Now, you know how voicemail works, right? Normally, if the phone is turned on, the phone rings 4 times, goes to voicemail. You've been ringing now 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and it keeps ringing 4 times. Then around midnight, the calls start going directly to voicemail. They don't ring anymore. And so now you've imagined the worst. Even though you couldn't take it anymore, or even though you were being trampled on and abused, even though you're probably better off without her, you can't see that. Somebody else now is taking her panties off, and that's why the calls are going to voicemail. At least in your head, that's what's happening. So there you are, having had enough to drink, and then you did a little soliloquy into the voicemail that tomorrow you will not remember you did. You know the one I'm talking about? You're pissed at her, and then you're weeping, and then you're pissed at her again. You start leaving her messages asking her to call you back, pathetically, like she's got to, like she's going to tell the guy to get off her so she can return your telephone call. Right? 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock a.m. This is 2 a.m., right? Now you're hoping that she just went out dancing or something and the clubs have closed and she just turned off the phone because it was noisy. You start making up stories in your head, right? The boys who are in this position right now, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You're hoping that 2:30 or so, whatever time bars close where you live, here in L.A. it's 2. You're hoping that by 2:30, 2:45, she'll come in and pick up the phone finally. So you keep drinking, and you stay awake, and you keep dialing, and she keeps not answering the phone. Midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, nothing. Next day, you get up, you've got a headache, you feel like crap. You can't exactly remember what you did last night. You look at your phone, you made 77 phone calls to the same phone number. No calls came in last night. They were all outgoing calls, all you. 11:11 p.m., 11:12 p.m., 11:13 p.m., 11:14 p.m., right? Now, boys, I'm not like this today. I went through my pathetic stage and got to the hit it and quit it club, the pump 'em and dump 'em club. Dump her before she dumps you. Cheat on her before she cheats on you. You be the unavailable one. You be the one who gets the phone calls and lets them go to voicemail. You do that before she does that to you. And my life has been much happier, boys. I want to tell you, it's kind of hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel after you've gotten dumped. I know there are those of you out there who have been dumped recently. Or she screwed around and you told her to get lost, and then pathetically a day or two or three later you started missing her. Started calling back. Oh, yeah. It's a time of my life when I'd break up with somebody and tell them to never call me again. Then I would start calling them. Just want to see how you're doing. Pathetic. Pathetic. I'm talking to you boys right now. Now, again, I've come to the point, and of course everybody says I'm not capable of loving anybody, or I'm not capable of human feelings, or whatever. Oh, yeah, I've been capable of them, but like just about every man out there, I've had my feelings trampled on. I've had an ice pick plunged into my heart and twisted hard more than once. So now I've got to the point where I don't care anymore. I just don't care about anybody that much. Go ahead and cheat on me. Fine. Go ahead and do it. It'll be a relief. I actually have gotten to that point in my life now. I can't be worrying about this stuff all the time. Can't be thinking about it. I can't do it. I've gotten hurt too many times. I can't do this anymore. So I've taken the attitude that the best offense is a good defense. And now it's my job to strike before you get struck. And to just not get too involved or too wound up in anybody. Because it really becomes, the minute you become wound up in them, they start cutting your heart out. They literally carve it out of your chest. They do. So I want to talk to you boys out there who relate to what I just told you. You've gotten dumped, or you had to break up with somebody because she was screwing somebody else. It could have been your best friend. It could have been her best male friend. Could have been just that she was going out partying on Saturday night. You didn't know where she was. She wasn't answering the phone. She'd call you on Saturday afternoon and say she stayed at her girlfriend's house last night. You really want to believe that? But in your heart, you know she probably didn't do that. Or she was there and the girlfriend had some guy and she had some guy. They both met at a club. You know what I'm talking about. You told her to get lost, and now pathetically you miss her. Pathetically, drunkenly, you dial her up or send her emails or whatever. Ever do that with email? You know, you're pissed and you don't know what to do, but then you've had enough to drink, and then there you are sitting in front of the keyboard. Dear bitch, you screwed up my life, and I miss you. That's how screwed up we get. It really is. So I'm talking to you boys who have had your heart trampled on recently, and yet, pathetically, you miss her. You call her. You're a sad sack. You complain to all your friends. They don't want to hear it anymore. They just want you to shut up or go out and get laid or something. You almost feel like it would be wrong to go out and have sex so early after you got your heart stomped on. So you sit there pathetically. And what I want is for you to, be a man, step up to the plate, admit how pathetic you've been. Tell us how bad it's gotten. Do you sit home all the time feeling sorry for yourself? Do you get drunk and make phone calls or send text messages or instant messages while you're completely blitzed? Screw you. Call me sometime, you bitch, I hate you. And you know there's people out there who are doing this every night right now. Every goddamn night. You know who you are. If that's you, call me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You have got to be like the lowest rung on the evolutionary ladder I've heard in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Right, this hour I'm talking to the pathetic who've had their hearts stomped on, and yet somehow you miss her. Jason on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
I am a pathetic loser.
Do tell.
I get in my car. I'm texting my girlfriend, quote unquote, asking her, "Oh, honey, where you been? I haven't heard from you all day." She went out to a party last night. Didn't hear from her this morning. Didn't hear from her all day. I text her, "I hope you're okay. I hope everything's fine." She texts me, says, "I didn't go to the party. I got sick." Bitch!
Sure she did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's got me good, Tom.
Now, did you dump her, or did she dump you?
We're not dumped yet. We're in the middle of, we're negotiating the dump.
Oh, boy.
It's ugly.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure that she's got her hooks in me, you know. She's just playing me like a bad drum.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to wonder what she got sick on last night. Yeah, she probably didn't go to the party. She probably went to her own little party. She went to the party. She went to the party in somebody's pants.
Dude, how is it that we're so pathetic and we just continue to follow up on it?
Well, that's the thing. We're being hurt, okay? We're being hurt by these broads. And then, when they disappear for 12 hours, you start to miss them. I mean, what does that say about us?
I don't know.
That's why I told you, I can't get close to chicks like that anymore. Yeah. I can't be hurt by that anymore. I can't. And by the way, the more strength you show, the more desperate they become.
Yeah, I know you're right about that. I mean, are we into some kind of adrenaline rush by all this? I'm sorry about that. By all this stuff. I mean, is there an adrenaline thing that's going on? Are we addicted to this? I don't get it.
Well, again, I think, on the one hand, you say, get lost. Yeah. On the other hand, when she does get lost, then you start wondering what happened to her. Like, you find it hard to believe somebody else would even want her, because you know how difficult she is.
Yeah.
But the other guy she meets at a party or at work or whatever, they don't know her like you know her. All they see is another hot piece of ass. You know, as I always say, you know, when you take something out of the recycle bin, there's a reason somebody put it in there. Right? Ever look inside a recycle bin and go, look at this great stuff. Somebody stuck it in there for a reason. I was on Hollywood Boulevard the other day, and I'm driving by, and I see what looks like a refrigerator, like that's not a refrigerator. Well, with the door on, it looks like a brand new refrigerator.
Yeah.
And I'm tempted to go grab my SUV, go down there, get a couple of buddies, load it up. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. He's like, look at this. It's like a 14-cubic-foot refrigerator sitting right out on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
And then, until I think to myself, somebody put it out there for a reason. There's a reason they didn't sell it on eBay or have a garage sale. Nobody just leaves something like that out there if it's as good as it looks. You gotta remember, when somebody puts something in the recycle bin, it's because it's trash.
Well, I gotta keep listening to you, because I gotta get over this one.
Yeah, well, just remember that whoever's nailing her has no idea what a pain in the ass she is.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to the point in life now where when chicks wander off, I wish them on the next guy. I wish them on him. You should only have this.
I know. Unbelievable.
You should only have the refrigerator that shorted out the entire house. You should only have that bit of a sofa that's infested with crabs that I left outside.
Oh, man.
Some of these chicks are infested with crabs, remember?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I've gone down that route, unfortunately.
I know. Mr. Quell over here. Mr. A200.
Rid.
Mr. Boiling My Sheets. Okay.
I got rid of that problem.
But guess what?
Right.
Somebody plucked her right out of the recycle bin. Look at this piece of ass. Look at it.
I got to tell you.
Forget the little red bumps. Look at it.
I know. It does look good, but it sure is hell a lot of pain.
Right.
A lot of pain.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want it, but you don't want anyone else having it either.
There you go.
And by the way, ever get pissed at somebody who looks in your garbage can, starts taking stuff out?
Yeah.
I threw it out, but I don't want you having it and enjoying it.
That's true.
I get pissed. I live in the Hollywood Hills, and there are bums who come up. They come storming up the hill, and they start walking down the bottom. They start going through the cans looking for, like, aluminum cans, bottles, whatever. And I threw this stuff out. And here I'm getting territorial like crap I threw out. Why would you be territorial? You threw it out. It's garbage.
Enough with therapy. Why don't you and I just hook up? Jeez.
Oh, no. I can only take this so far, Jason. I mean, it's really true. You break up with somebody. You've done the equivalent of throwing them out in the garbage can, right? And if somebody else comes along with their shopping cart, they look at your garbage can, they go, oh, look at this. They take it. And then you start getting pissed. Never forget, it's garbage, and you threw it out. 1-800-5800-TOM. Sean on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Sean?
Yes.
Busy over there?
Excuse me?
Are you busy?
Yes.
I see. All right. Oscar on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going, Tom?
Going okay.
First time caller, long time listener. Okay, this is the story, bro. I was with the girl for about 4 years.
Right.
3.5, actually, going on 4 years. And, dude, she was a dancer. She's always been competing in dance competitions, tap, jazz, ballet, whatever it is. And I never went to any of those competitions because I could care less,
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, so what happens towards the end of last summer, bro, she ends up meeting up with the judge, I guess, at one of the competitions. And, like, they end up hanging out, being friends, whatever. I don't know what's going on. And then she says she's going out with her girlfriends, whatever.
Right.
I believe her, or I just don't care enough. And then eventually, like, I just don't hear from her for days and weekends. And then all of a sudden I hear about, oh, yeah, she's with this other guy, da-da-da-da-da. The word around town has it that or she's already seen someone else. And I'm like an idiot, like, you know what, calling her. She's not even answering my calls, voicemails, nothing. Emails, the desperate part, putting pictures, da-da-da-da-da. She never returned anything. So then, I don't know, where she just, like, pops up out of the blue, just like, hey, what's up, how you doing? And I'm...
Because she just got dumped.
No, well, you know what, she kind of just ditched me, like, abandoned me. And I was like, well, whatever, stop feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah, but when she calls you again, it's because she got dumped by the next guy.
No, the thing is, that's not the case.
What happened?
The guy that she had met is originally a reserve in the Marines.
Yeah.
He was deployed to Japan for 6 months. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm open doors, welcoming her back in. We take care of business, we do what we do, and, things happen. And I was like, God, we were right back where we left off, just fighting and sex. Like,
fighting and sex, yes.
Yeah, like, she's so screwed up. She's, like, amazing in bed. You know how that goes. And
But you're not screwed up?
I'm not screwed up. I'm just, like, really...
You're into the fighting followed by the sex. You're really into that.
No, I'm really into the sex. I'm, like, so into it. But then, like...
Yeah, but the fighting is the price of admission.
The whole thing is, I was like, well, why should I care about this guy? He did this to me. I'm returning the favor. Basically, he took you from me, now I deserve this. And she was just like, no, whatever. He comes back, I don't hear from her for a while. And then, sure enough, like, dude, she's just back with this guy, and I don't know, she calls me saying that she confessed to him and everything. But the thing is, man, like years past. It's not even years past since last summer, but it feels like okay. I'm going out. I see so many girls. I'm a bouncer at Avalon in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I'm always left and right with girls, man. But the thing is, this is the one that kind of, like, turned her back on me. And it's like, anytime she comes around, I'm just going to welcome her in and take advantage of it or go for the situation. Like, I don't turn it down, ever.
Uh-huh.
Do you think something screwed up with me? Or
you know what? I'd turn it down. You know what? I have self-esteem. Somebody does that to me, I drop kick them through the uprights.
Man, I have pictures of her, like, I have poses of her that I used to take. I do this with every girl. I get pictures on them, and, man, I just have, like...
And what is that web address?
You want a web address? Do I just send them to you, or...?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, Dino will tell you where to send those.
All right, well, it's pretty cool, man. Like, you don't even know...
Look.
Now I'm, personally, like, I'm going out with this Colombian girl that I had met at the club. She lives in San Diego. She comes down once in a while and we hang out, but this girl's amazing. I got some pictures on her. God, you're not gonna believe this, the kind of pictures she has to do with her camera phone.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, this girl has me just going, like, crazy right now. I just can't wait. She's gonna come down and see me this Saturday at the club, and I'm just, like, anticipating.
Really?
Yeah, man, this girl is some ass, man, really. I don't even know how old she is, or, like, I barely know, like, her name, and...
You barely know her name, or you don't know her name?
I know, we talk on the phone, but all I could talk to her about is, like, God damn, you're so hot. I can't wait till we just, like, cook up, like, we come down this weekend, da-da-da-da. We're just, like, making plans, and I could care less about, like, personal information. I'm not trying to get attachments here. I just want to, like, I want that ass. That's all I want.
What's her name?
Her name is Ediana.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah, you'll have to send us that picture, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be sending you pictures from the last probably 4 to 5 girls I've been with.
Really?
Really. I'm a voyeurism kind of guy.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, you send those over. Then you can do a little spanky spank thinking about us all standing around looking at your girls.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800.
I chose to stay a virgin for my own personal reasons.
Why'd you stop being a virgin then?
Because I needed it.
You needed it.
Hell yeah.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Boys Night Out comes to you Friday, June 17th at 8 p.m. at LA's world-famous Wiltern Theater. I'm the producer of this show. I'm your MC. I'll be there along with Jimmy Schubert, John DeResta, and Bobby Slayton, the pit full of comedy. All guy comedians talking to an all-guy audience. You leave the girls at home. Well, take your balls out of her purse and call Ticketmaster right now, 213-480-3232. It's guys only. Oh, there'll be chicks there. But they'll be there to serve you. You know what I'm talking about. 213-480-3232 or go to Ticketmaster.com. Boys Night Out, Friday, June 17th at the Wiltern Theater. All right, we're talking to you pathetic morons who, you got dumped, you got stabbed in the heart, you got put out in the trash can, and you miss her. You're pathetic, and you miss her. Doug on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. What's up?
Not much, Doug.
Hey, I'm feeling kind of weird, confused right about now. Last weekend, I broke up with my girlfriend. I'm kind of a new listener to your program, and I've been like listening to some of the stuff that you've been saying. I've been listening for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And just some of it just kind of started connecting, kind of clicking with me. Like she's a single mom. Her kids treat me like crap. I'm like I was paying like a lot of the bills, and she's like really, really good looking, but like the sex just like kind of wasn't happening and stuff. And but now I'm like missing. I don't know. I want to call her like I'm like in love with her, and I want to like call her back and stuff. And I don't know, but
you're in love with her because she treated you like crap.
What?
That's why you're in love with her.
What?
That's why.
I mean, kind of what brought it to the head was like last weekend. I'm like talking to her, saying, and then I didn't mention your show by saying, what about this and like what about that, and what about my feelings? And I kind of started saying, like, hey, this Friday, they got this thing I kind of want to go to. I want to go to a thing called Boys Night Out, and she's like going like, oh, no, you can't go to that. And, you can't, I don't want you going there. And it's like, just a lot of the stuff you started saying just kind of started clicking. I just got my stuff. And I went over to my friend's house, and I just been sleeping on his couch, and just my stuff's like piled up in the corner, and I don't, but I'm wanting to call her back, though. I'm wanting to go back to her. I mean,
That's what I tell women about guys all the time.
I don't, I'm confused. Like, why do I feel like that? I mean, like, do I want to get treated badly? And like, I mean, why?
Yeah, apparently you think that's what you deserve.
I was raised by a single mom, and she was like,
that's part of the problem right there.
She was like always like ragging on my dad, and telling
what a jerk he was.
Tell me how just men in general, like women are stronger, and then men are such jerks, and men are dogs, and all they want is sex. And so, like, if I want sex and I'm feeling bad, and I don't know, it's just like
yeah. But as I've always told you, by the way, what kind of relationship do you have with your dad?
Kind of on and off. I really don't see him too much.
Do you understand though that the jerk he was, that's what your mom was attracted to?
Yeah.
Your mom spread her legs for that jerk?
Uh-huh.
And was really into him because he was a jerk?
I guess, yeah. I mean, he...
Just like you're into this girl now, treats you like crap? Like mother, like son?
Aren't all... I don't know. I'm thinking, like, it's like, kind of like I deserve it, because, like, if I'm wanting sex, I shouldn't want sex. I should be wanting to...
Well, your mother is wrong. Your mother wanted sex, and who did she want to give it to her? That jerk, your dad.
Yeah.
Ever think about that?
Not really.
Look, if your dad's a jerk, who picked him?
But she did, I guess.
And why? Because she got hot at the sight of that guy who was a jerk.
Right.
I mean, she conveniently leaves that part out when she tells you what a jerk he is.
Well, yeah, it's all about, he wasn't paying his child support, and, he's not coming to
Who picked him? Who picked him?
Well, she did, obviously.
You're damn straight she did. So here she is telling you one thing and then doing another.
But, from what I'm hearing on your show, I should be, like, happy right now.
You should be happy. She was treating you like crap, and you're out.
Yeah, she's definitely not pregnant.
But she was treating you like crap, and now you're out. You should be as happy as a clam.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I definitely shouldn't. I don't know. She's called over to the place, but I don't want to talk to her. She called over to my place, where I'm hanging out at a couple of times.
Yeah, she's probably worried that you're out getting laid by somebody hotter, somebody who's not a single mother.
Yeah, well, I know.
I let her believe that.
Too.
Huh?
I was paying a lot of the bills, too.
You shouldn't be paying the bills.
Yeah, actually paying bills are some other kids, and they treat you like crap. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, some other guy's kids you were paying for.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
They'd be treating me bad, and I was saying, well, why don't you say something to them? How come you're letting them treat me bad? And she's like always taking their side against me, and
you tolerated it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So you should be glad you finally got the fortitude to get out of there.
Well, thank God I was listening to your show. Someone, I was telling my friends about what's going on, and they said, man, you need to check out this guy's show.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to hear some stuff that you're not going to believe. And like I was listening to it, and I'm going, dang, that sounds kind of right, like I don't know. It's almost like for like the last 20 years, all I've been hearing, is like, like I said, how rotten men are. You watch TV. How stupid men are, and it's like, men, we don't deserve to have good things, and
all you want is sex.
Yeah,
men
and
are deadbeats.
That's bad. That makes me dirty.
Right.
Like, if I want sex, then I'm dirty. I'm nasty. Yeah. It's no good.
Well, your mom wanted sex when she was with a jerk.
I don't know. I'm coming to realize that I deserve, to be happy too. What's wrong with me being happy?
Nothing.
That's what I'm getting from your show, is that it's okay for me to be happy. It's
yes.
Okay. And
by the way, it's okay to be a jerk. In fact, it will help you.
Well, no,
you and Ollie paying this woman's bills, she wasn't even putting out anymore.
Well, that's one thing I'm confused about too, because you're telling me that if I'm not, I'll put it this way, I was always told if I treat a woman like a princess, and that's when she's going to love me.
Well, but that's what your mother told you. And meanwhile, who was she in love with first? A jerk.
Well, yeah.
Who'd she have kids with? A jerk. And now here you did everything your mom told you to do. And what happened? You were treated with no respect by her kids. You're paying her bills, and she doesn't put out.
But nah, and then what she did was like that dead body sex.
Right. Well, so
was just because she looks really good.
Your mom said one thing and did another, didn't she?
Yeah.
And all the advice she gave you, did it work?
But nah, it just gave me like a bunch of heartache.
Well, so now what you need, I tell this to guys all the time. You find this hard to believe. What you need to do when you hang up this phone is pick up the phone and call your dad. Where is he?
He's in Arizona.
Great. $39 on Southwest Airlines. Make yourself a 14-day advance purchase or 21-day advance purchase.
Right.
Maybe you're going to spend 4th of July weekend with your dad. You go out there. Arizona, by the way, is the largest per capita consumption of beer in America. It's going to be 110 degrees out there when you get there.
Yeah.
Right? And you're going to go out and spend 4th of July weekend with your dad.
All right.
You find out what he's doing. You're going to do what he's doing. And you're going to find out what he knows about picking up chicks, because clearly he knows how to do it.
Well, he was pretty much of an a-hole.
That's what works.
From what I understand.
I'll bet he's doing some chick who's probably your age or less.
Well, he's not married. I know that.
Uh-huh. Where does he live? Phoenix? Scottsdale? Where does he live?
Actually, it's some little place. It's some little place called Meadview.
Oh, boy, that's a
some
small
little tiny place.
Yeah, okay. I'll bet you he does chicks your age or younger.
Yeah.
And I'll bet he treats them all like crap, and they can't get enough. You need to reconnect with your father.
So, it's just so opposite. So if I treat chicks like crap, then that's when they're going to treat me right?
Yeah.
And when I treat them right, then they treat me like crap?
Correct.
Like some kind of weird reverse psychology stuff?
Well, it's not reverse psychology. This is human nature. People don't appreciate what they have. They want what they can't have.
Well, it's almost like a no good deed goes unpunished kind of
Correct.
Dang. I always heard that, but, I don't know.
It's true. Remember, who did your mom have kids with? An a-hole.
Yeah.
What happened when you were a nice guy to a single mother? She treated you like crap.
Big time.
And now you miss her. Because when you treat somebody like crap, they can't get enough.
Wow. Wow, what a trip.
So now you need to start treating people like crap. Then they'll want you.
Yeah, because I would do like the whole 9 yards, flowers.
Forget
and the diamonds.
Stop.
And expensive restaurants.
Forget about it. Forget it. Spend nothing. Be unreliable. Tell her you'll call her back tomorrow. Don't call her back for a week.
There are times like I'll be like watching her kids when she goes out, and
probably going out with other guys.
Maybe.
Who treat her like crap.
I don't know.
Is this starting to click in now, Doug? Are you starting to get the idea here?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's.
Call your dad right now. Make an appointment. Go see him. Have a beer with him, and find out how to become the jerk you really are.
So you.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Here's our telephone number. This is Sylvia on the Tom Leykis Show.
Okay, I'm not totally agreeing with what you just told that guy who was basically being used and abused by that chick. Because if he treats a girl like crap, as soon as they break up, then she meets another guy, she's going to end up treating him just like she treated that guy.
And that's not his problem.
Right, but why are you giving advice to guys saying, oh, treat her like crap, she'll treat
So
you
he'll get what he wants.
Right, if this is what he wants, great. But if he wants more than that, it's not going to work.
Right, but the point is he doesn't need more than that right now. He just needs to get laid, and that's that. Stop being such a nice guy. Hit it and quit it.
Okay, that part, I agree with. That's what you want? Great.
Pump it and dump it.
It's not going to work in the long run. If he wants more than that later on, because as soon as he got off the phone with you, he's probably going to call her. Knowing most guys that get their heart broken, they're going to call her and be like, I'm sorry, I took this guy, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
He's going to call her. And
I'm trying to get him for being so pathetic. His dad will have the key to that, for God's sake.
The Tom Leykis Show.